Hello, Lord Mangadai here, and I am back with episode 5 of the Successor, Act 2. Where last we left off, we had just passed into this new area and met Tehran from episode 1, and he rode off this way and said, I'm heading for Hansbrock, but you can't pass through the winter wastes because it's only passable on horseback. Let me just put the speed back to normal. And because I'm curious, I just kind of want to see what happens when we try it. If it even lets us go. Money. Ooh, it's far too cold here. I'll die if I keep going eastward. Yeah, they're slowly losing HP. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, so he lost a ton of HP. And that's not necessarily ideal, so let's just go get those 5 gold and then back out again. $5 gold. Alright. There's 5 gold. And I'm still at 91 HP out of 136, so that's all we need. And I guess let's just go this way. Alright, so they weren't kidding around when they said it would kill us if we went too far that way. Alright, we have our dog, who should probably be our damage sponge. And some gold. Some more gold. I'm really looking forward to actually having somewhere we can spend this money. So far, it hasn't really been an issue. Alright, but there's a bandit up here, so let's see what his deal is. Hello. Your money or your life, traveler. You've got to be kidding me. 2 guys are everywhere and these lowlives are still playing this stupid game? Okay, let's get it over with. Come and get it if you can, weaklings. You do it, doggy. You can do it. Oh. Actually, he's struggling a bit. Let's help him out. 10 gold on him. Oh, that was actually quite close. Poor dog. Never thought I'd be so good at killing people. The scary part is I'm starting to enjoy it. But killing 2 guys is much more enjoyable. I wish I knew which of them killed the Ragnar. Damn it. Don't think about that now. Alright. There's still sheep lying around. Man. Very mysterious. Wow, lots of gold lying around in these parts. Alright, we'll keep this guy to regenerate slowly. Alright, we're heading to... Where are we heading? Oh, we're trying to find the Oracle in the north. They just basically said keep going north. Just keep going north. But no one has found the Oracle in over 100 years, so good luck to us. Probably be some gold over here. Be surprised if there wasn't. Oh, you can actually go through here. Didn't realize. Alright. There was actually no gold here. I'm disappointed. Hello. You're Valor, are you not? The young man who slays 2 guys? Yeah, I'm known to do so sometimes, but how did everybody find out about it so fast? Heard it through the grapevine. Our friends from Lumberjack Village told us how you came to their help. We heard what happened to your village also, and now the 2 guys are coming for us. You're the only one that can help. Oh dear. Come see the mayor. He wants to talk to you right away. Welcome to Ice Lake Village, Valar. We heard that you were coming. I'm glad to have you for a guest. Time is short, so I will cut straight to the chase. 2 guys are coming? Some 2 guys from Dogan's men have pillaged all neighboring villages, including yours. Now they're getting close to us. We have a few resources and a few men, but we need someone with the skill to use them. Are we going to get a little defense mission here? That'd be kind of cool. Because he said we'd get resources. Someone who's already battled two guy like you. We have some wood that we can use either to build some towers and defenses, or to train some soldiers to the barracks and provide them with weapons. Choices. Okay. We need to prepare fast. There's two... Okay, they said we have to be fast, so I'm going to pause. There's two two-guy bands north and east of here, and they're closing in as we speak. Please help us, Valar. You need to help the villagers survive the two-guy attack that will take place in 5 in-game minutes. Check out the instructions menu for more info. Oh, so this is just the way to Narwan. Alright, so we've got all these guys. Defend the Ice Lake village from the impending two-guy attack. Beware, the two-guy will target civilians. Do not allow any of the 5 villagers to die. Oh dear. The village mayor and the village healer must survive along with Valar. You will have 1,500 wood at your disposal to prepare the defenses. You can use it to either equip additional soldiers or to build defenses as follows. To build a tower, click on the village outpost. Towers cost 200 wood and will be built in an appropriate location. You can build a maximum of 5 towers. To equip a skirmisher, click the small hut to the right, 50 wood. Spearman, click the small hut to the bottom, 50 wood. To equip a man-at-arms, click on the small hut to the left for 60 wood. To equip a berserker, click on the big hut. They cost 100 wood. Okay, let's think about this. Alright, so we're going to be facing two guys, so that means probably some sort of combination of Mangodai and like light cavalry. So skirmishers and spearmen are probably a better idea than men-at-arms. Towers. Do we want towers? Do we get to pick where they get built? We could max out on towers just for fun and see if that works. And then if not, we'll try a different strategy. Or we could go for a unit defense and skip the towers entirely. Lots of options. Lots of options. I'd ask you guys what you think, but you by the time you see this, I'll have already done it, so what? So much for that idea. I think I'm going to just try to build all the towers. All the towers. Okay, there's a tower. There's a tower. There's one. At least they're putting them on hills. It's kind of nice. That one is kind of unnecessary. Okay, that's good to know. Tower limit reached. Alright. Let's see. Got a couple archers. We actually have quite a few skirmishers in already. And a few spearmen. The mayor's quite strong. Where's the village healer? Oh, here he is. Okay, so he's over here. He's safe-ish. North and east, they said. So they'll come from here. Let's get a few more skirmishers. What is the small hut to the right, small hut to the bottom, small hut to the left, and big hut for berserkers. We only have 500 wood left, so let's split the difference between skirmishers and spearmen and do a trash and towers defense. Okay. We'll get 5 more spearmen and 5 spearmen. And that'll be our defense. Our score for the first time is not dead bottom, which, by the way, cause for celebration, I think. Spearmen. Alright. I would say, like, the first 3 towers were useful, but then the last 2 were overkill, kind of. So maybe if this doesn't work out, I'll go and build, and I'll buy 3 towers instead of 5, and then I'll use the rest for defense. Alright, so just put the skirmishers over here, and then like half the spearmen, and then the other half are up here. Archers, not really sure what the point is of them. Keep these guys in the middle. They're strong, but you don't want to use them too much. Okay, so let's control groups. Actually, I can use the dog. I don't know. I mean, It'd be sad if he died, but... But not the end of the world, I guess. Alright, and we've got the healer over here who we have to be careful of. We're not going to get attacked from this side, right? All villagers head over to the south. Only men can carry a weapon remain here. Okay, that's good. That's very good. We'll keep these here as sort of the... Yeah, we'll keep these here as sort of like the last-ditch defense of the villagers, because we're not allowed to let these guys die. I don't think I saved before buying units. That was really stupid. Alright, so I really hope... Okay, go back, go back. So I really hope this works, because otherwise I'm going to have to replay from the beginning. But it wasn't so far, so I'll just edit that out if that happens. Hopefully we get this first time. Should probably put these on it. Oh, no, stay here. I meant only use guys. Put them on stand ground. Two guys have arrived. Oh. So far, so good. Actually, let's go get some healing. There's more coming. Don't allow them to overwhelm you. Oh, they came from that side again. Oh, now I'm out of position. Uh-oh. Whoa, I just lost Valor. Crap. Crap. Crap, crap, crap. I was inattentive. Alright, well, I could have played that a lot better. Alright, let's try again. Okay, so we're back in the village, and this time I'm going to try again. Different strategy. I'm only going to build 3 towers. So, or maybe even just 2, because there's one on either approach. I've got 2 on the northern approach. Okay, that's fine. I'll do 3 towers. And I also think I slightly overcommitted into the skirms because they didn't have that many Mangodai archer type units. And yeah, skirms are a bit of a liability against anything else. Everything is mounted though, so I think going kind of mass spearmen might be the best idea. Maybe? And maybe I should throw in a couple more bulky units to hold the center. So maybe, here. This is what I'll do. I'll get a couple berserkers because they're quite strong and they're sort of a good all-purpose unit. And then I think I'll just go, ooh, meta men-at-arms. That, oh, shoot. Misclick. Alright, I'm going to go for spearmen. Forgot which hut was which. How many skirmishers do I have? I have 6. Maybe if I put 4 on either side, so I have 8 skirmishers total. That would be best. Oh, that's so annoying with the man-at-arms, because now I'm going to have 40 wood and I can't spend it. So it cost me like 2 skirmishers, spearmen, whatever, units. Alright, so these guys will hold the middle. I should probably go get Valor healed, actually, now that I'm at it. And we'll put 4 skirms over here. 4 skirms up here. He's a little too aggressive. He was last time. He kept running around, although it was Valor who died in the end. I'll have these guys sort of hold the middle. And how many spears do I have? 5, 10, I have like 14. So, Spear Battalion 1. Those Tarkans really overran me that time. And here goes Spearman Battalion 2. And the archers, I guess, will just put 2 here. Okay. Should control grab everything? I can remember what these control groups are. 1 more minute to 2 guy. Okay. Everyone get out of the way. I'm going to save this as 2 guy attack so that I can retry this particular tactic, but I can also then go back and try a different tactic with different use of my resources. Alright, so they attack the north first, right? I should micro my skirmishers to make sure they take out the Mangodai quickly, and then hopefully not get targeted specifically by the... Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go, that's pretty good. No, go back. Okay. That went fairly well. Next group is going to come from here. Or they come from the north again, or both sides. Alright, see, hopefully they can hold the Tarkans reasonably well. Come on, Spearmen. Hold your ground. Elite Tarkans, no less. Alright, get back in it. Come on. Alright, well I didn't do amazingly, but... Just group everyone together. Was that it? I doubt it. Come on, heal. Was that it? I still have about half my spearmen left, but skirmishers are down to 3, so that's almost nothing. 2 berserkers left out of 3. And somehow the man-at-arms survived. The one I bought by accident. Defend the ice lake. Yeah, I did. Is there like 1 unit hiding somewhere? That I haven't killed? That like failed to charge? Alright, fight, Sylvanians. Fight for your country, fight for your village, and for your families. Let's kill the barbarians. They are preparing the final assault. Okay. I think I'm just going to keep everyone grouped together here. For now. Beware, they will try to target the villagers. Protect them at all costs. Okay, let's go. Oh man. I don't like these cataphracts. Not one bit, because... Oh, stop it, stop it. No, they went straight for them. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, 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 ay. Villagers are gonna die. Leave villagers alone. Ah, villagers died. You have failed to protect the village. Game over. Yeah, that was... Cataphracts, man. I have nothing against cataphracts. I mean, I have nothing that can counter cataphracts. Alright, I think I maybe should not bother with towers, because they seem to just sort of run straight to the center of the village, and then the towers aren't that useful anymore. So I think I'm going to go for units only this time. And should I just go for sheer numbers? It's already on fast speed. Maybe that's why I was losing. Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. Alright, so I'm just going to spend 750 wood on skirms. Actually, I'm going to spend 500 wood on skirms, because there are not that many archer units. And then I'm just going to pump the rest into spearmen. And I know spearmen still suck, kind of, against cataphracts, but if I have enough of them... Just a pure spear defense here. Strengthen numbers. That's what I'm going to go for. This is going to take a while until they all pop out. No towers at all. Well, it's kind of, I get less of line of sight then, but yeah, I think I'll just group everyone here in the very middle. You should go get healed. And just fight everything from the center. All right, there we go. That's all our money down the drain. All right, let's see how many spears do we have anyway? Doesn't say, but about 30 or so. A little under 30. Skirmishers. I'll put them on stand ground on the top of this hill. There. I'll put these guys as well. Come here. And then these guys can go here and block this gap. He'll hopefully stay alive of his own accord. Okay, Valar. This guy. Really simple. Alright. Going for the strength in numbers approach this time. And I'm going to put it on moderate speed because I think I forgot to do that last time. No wonder the battle got out of hand. On to you. Pick up all the Mangadai. Nicely done. It seems to be going pretty well. This Valar is very aggressive. Alright, come back here. Alright, so that was actually really effective. That worked pretty well. Alright, now they're going to come from both sides. So, put some spears over here. And same thing again, hopefully. Alright, everyone, get over here. Check my hero's health. And this seems to be going pretty well. So get healed. We've lost only 3 units so far in the first 2 waves. This is going much better. So yeah, towers, waste of money. Units is the way to go, I guess. I don't recognize this music, by the way, but it kind of reminds me of some of the The rhythmic stuff kind of reminds me of the really old John Barry, James Bond scores. I don't think it's that, but it doesn't sound quite Barry-like, but reminds me a little bit. And this little pause for breath is good because it enables me to get my spearmen back up to full health. Alright, now they're going to go straight for the villagers, right? That's what they say. They'll go straight for the villagers, and that's what was my undoing last time, was that they targeted these villagers. They're preparing for the final assault, so we're just going to come here, and we're going to stop the gap. And we're just going to body block all the cataphracts and make sure they can't get through. God, these cataphracts are just gonna be deadly, man. Leave him alone. Valor, get him. Don't allow them to do that. Oh, actually. This is gonna be dicey. Ah, that was really close, guys. No. No. Leave the villagers alone. I wish the villagers wouldn't run quite so far, but that was so close. I almost had it. If these villagers weren't just so squishy, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna give it one last shot until I start editing over failed attempts, because I think that was so close. I think I have this in the bag. Let's load. I don't think I saved just before that attack, unfortunately. I saved before the other one. Alright, we're back, and we're going to try this again. I think the tactic I settled on in the end was the right one, because that was really, like, painfully close to working. So the mass spearmen to just kind of get in the way. Like, the first few attacks we shrugged off with almost no losses, but those cataphracts are just so hard to counter with what I'm offered. That's where maybe the towers would come in a bit handier, because they could put some damage on the cataphracts that my spearmen and skirms are just not able to. Alright, so far so good. And now we have to prepare for the double-pronged attack, as it were. Keep the skirms on this side because pretty sure this is only Tarkans here, and this is Light Cav and Mangodai. Alright guys, you've done your job, so get back in here. Trying to keep my skirms alive as much as possible. Alright, now this is where they give me a 44. Last time I was at 46 after the second wave. Population. I think I lost both the archers, by the way. Nope, one is still alive. I couldn't see him here because of all the dead bodies. Alright, this is the part that gets tricky. Let's get the healer to heal everything. And yeah, we're gonna be on alert for the cataphracts. They come like here, and then they go straight. They just bypass the village. They go straight along this cliff towards the villagers, and at the same time they come from here. So I have to block 2 entrances here. And I'm not getting constantly healed, which is helpful in the other cases. Alright, these guys will be like the last line of defense here. They're preparing the final assault. I'll have the skirms here. I know later on, like, first they send cataphracts and hussars, and then after a little bit they send some heavy cavalry archers, which is what I need to have the skirmishers ready to deal with. Alright, so you guys go here. You guys go here. If possible, we can get the hill advantage. And I should probably try and keep these guys safe until the... Rip archer. No, leave the villagers alone. Alright, these archers are kind of... Kill him! These last 2, stop! Oh no, please villagers, stop running away. You're making my life so difficult right now. Stop! No! Oh my god, you have got to be kidding me. Why does that villager have to run away like that? She should have just stayed here and I could have killed the cataphract. Guys, I think I did it. I think this time I did it. No! Again! Again! Oh my god, 2 seconds before! They target these villagers so hardcore! Jesus H. Christ. I think, you know what the problem is? The problem is I have absolutely no counters to these cataphracts. There's nothing that can do consistent damage against them except 3 heroes that I have, so... I'm wondering if I should maybe go a little softer on the spearmen and get a few like more elite units like that. I should get a few berserkers to guard the villagers at the very end because I have so many spearmen and they do more than the job against the earlier waves. So maybe if I had like 10 less spearmen and 5 extra berserkers at the end. I know berserkers are still a terrible counter to cataphracts, but I just need something that can dish out more than like 2 damage a hit, you know? I've tried this about 4 or 5 times. This is the closest I got other than that other one. So I think I'm going to have to start way over again. And I'm going to do a slightly different purchasing strategy here. And maybe a few less skirms because they don't help me that much, to be honest. All right, so I'm going to get 5 berserkers. I have 6 skirms. I'm going to get 4 extra skirms and go to total 10. And then I'm just going to do spearmen for the rest. And hopefully that will be enough because, oh man, I came so close on 2 occasions. And that's just really frustrating. So maybe just a slight tweak of my strategy, a little bit more extra damage down there when I'm fighting against the cataphracts will be enough to kill them before they can kill a villager. I mean, it'd help if these villagers didn't go like, they keep going like running down this path and I have to chase them and I have no fast units other than this one woad raider here. And my dog. And so a lot of times that's how I lose the villagers because a cataphract goes chasing them out of the battle area kind of. Yeah. Alright. Alright, I've got my villagers. I've got my villagers. I've got my army. Slightly less spearmen this time. Slightly less spearmen. Slightly less skirmishers. And in exchange I have these 5 elite berserks. And hopefully that'll be the difference. That'll make the difference in that little end battle. Alright, so we're just going to do the whole assault one last time. I'm going to try and keep these guys sort of out of the way until the end. And they can... 14 attack, 14 AP is decent, even against cataphracts, which are strong against infantry. They should be able to pack more punch than a spearman. These villagers all have comments, by the way. I haven't read them yet. Winterhead is the only direct way to Hansbrock, but it's impossible to travel there in this season. There's rumors of a mysterious ancient stone somewhere in Winterheart too, one from ages past and filled with runes. You remember the ancient stones, of course. I have read 2 of them so far, and there's 3 left that I have to find. Alright, we're going to try this attack one more time. And then, to be honest with you, I think if we're successful, I'm going to wrap this one up, because I've been playing a lot longer than this episode is, with all the extra attempts. So I'm getting a little bit wary. Right, this first wave is always really quite easy with all these spearmen. Get out of here, last guy. Alright, that's good, no losses. That's what we like to see. Now a bunch of Tarkans are going to come from the other side. Here they come. Finish it. Alright, there we go. 37. I've taken 5 losses. All of spearmen, I think. So let's heal up. And let's prepare. I know what's coming. So these guys, and my 2 heroes, and my dog, wherever he is. Where is my dog? Did I lose my dog? How did I actually manage to lose the dog somehow? Am I going completely insane? Yeah, I lost the dog. That's weird. That's a shame. He's actually quite useful for like chasing down any cataphracts that go too hard after the villagers. That took me way too long to finish that sentence. Alright, so I have less bulk here, but I have more attack with the berserks, and I always use the skirmishers to finish off. There's 4 heavy cavalry archers mixed in, and I just finish them off with the skirmishers. But then after that, the skirmishers become next to useless against what's left. So maybe last time I had filled up too much pup space with these guys. Where the heck did my poor dog go? That's such a shame. Alright, here we go. Actually, protect the citizens. In case this goes sour, and let's face it, it probably will, based on what we've been doing so far today. I can still one-shot these guys, so I could with 14, and I guess I can with 10. Protect those villagers with your lives, men. It's just too many. See, look, this is what happens. They chase the villagers. Ah, he's chasing the villager too, see? Stop it. And I have too few men left now. Yeah, way too few men. And they're, yeah. I just flat out lost the battle that time. It's kind of annoying because most of these cataphracts well, one of them had like 2 HP. Alright. I don't know if that actually went better. I don't know if that was actually better or worse. I think it might have even been a little worse because I just don't have the bulk to stop the cataphracts from getting into my villagers. This time. Because I have so many fewer spearmen. And I'm missing my dog. That's really annoying. That's a shame. Go on, do your job. Hey. Way too many guys getting through. Aye, that's not good. See, look, he's chasing him out of town. That's what always happens, and then I lose track. He's gonna kill a villager over here somewhere. Way out of town. Don't know where they went. Yeah, see? Don't even know where that happened. It was way out of town. Where? Yeah, here. Look how far away that is. They just chase him endlessly. Please. Oh my god, this is so close. Guys, please, please, no! Please, no! Yes! I did it, you guys! Oh my god, that was so close. Did you see how close that was? How much HP does that villager have left? Where did they go? Did they disappear? Oh my god, that was if I had not gotten that last hit in, the cataphract would have killed him. Oh, guys, that was an absolute nightmare. I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure you guys are all screaming, yelling at the screen at how bad my micro is. Oh, you did it, Fallow. You defended the village from an entire horde of Tugai. Only the Successor has done such a thing before you. Thank you, Mayor, but I'm nothing compared to our king. I will do my best to serve him well until he comes and drives all the Tugai out. Now I must go northwards. I have a long journey ahead. I'm so glad that's over. I was fun the first few times, but man, defending the villagers at the end. Ooh, 100 gold. That was so not worth it. Defending the villagers at the end was such a nightmare. The worst thing is when the villagers start running really far down the paths, and the cataphracts are after them, and then I have only infantry and skirmishers, so there's nothing I can do. I can't hunt them down. They're too fast. Oh. Guys, that's it for this episode. I absolutely cannot play this game anymore. Phew. I hope you had more fun watching this than I had playing it. No, I'm being a little too harsh now, but man, that was a little too many replays for my taste. Yeah, so let's check out the achievements. I'm gonna have a bit of a sour KD now. But yeah, let's save. Episode, yeah. End. Actually, episode 6, because we'll pick up episode 6 from here. Or? Yeah, let's do it like that. Alright, let's check out the achievements. You should try harder. Oh my god, I tried so hard. Alright, 134 to 49. It's actually still looking pretty decent. But almost all those 49 losses were just now. That was very difficult. We're at 38% map. Yep, there it is. Our our little blip of army towards on the far right of the timeline. It's funny, the actual like amount of game time that has passed, because I had to restart so many. Of course I played a long time, but I think I only advanced like maybe half an hour of actual game time. So I wish there was like some sort of way that like every time you restart, the kills, deaths, and game time and stuff gets added, so you can have like a timeline, like an actual timeline that's representative of how much you struggled with a particular scenario. I think that would be a cool feature, although I have no idea how you'd go about implementing that. Anyways, thank you so much for feeling my pain with me and struggling through that with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me vent. This has been Lord Mangadai, this has been The Successor, and I will see you back next time on a hopefully slightly more stress-free episode. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Bye!